Honey Sound Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Doko Media Network.
Because I'm sending you a bunch of YouTube clips.
Alright, how are you sending me these? On Facebook?
I'm just sending you YouTube videos.
How?
Links.
In what? Skype? Facebook?
Yeah, probably Skype.
Okay, that worked.
So
I keep forgetting you can chat there.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
no kidding.
You're gonna bombard me with ads here if I click on
I am totally gonna bombard you with ads. And also, like, the video quality for these is not really great.
Well,
so.
let's back up a little bit. So, what year is this from?
So what do you want to know? Do you want to just know
I want to know. I want to know.
My personal. Maybe.
I want you to set the stage. What year is this from?
Okay.
Where did this game come from? What is this game about? I know nothing. Coming in blind.
Red Alert 1.
I want to vaguely say I had Red Alert 2.
Okay.
Maybe.
So yes.
But you
so
explain to me what this is, and I'll tell you if I may have had the sequel.
Okay. So there was a genre that's sadly kind of died out called real-time strategy.
That was my favorite. It really did die out.
It really did.
2010.
So the basic concept of these games was you build a base, you gather resources, you develop a tech tree, and then you also fight other factions or other people who are on the map and try to win.
That is
spread their base.
A good type of game. Your Age of Empires, your Empire Earths, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Red Alert 2, I possibly could have had for the computer if this game came out because you're talking about Red Alert 1, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Red Alert 1. 1 and 2 are the ones that I know the most about because these were foundational.
So when did 2
foundational
come out?
games.
Because I vaguely remember if I had this game, it would have been about 2000.
Well, Red Alert 1 came out in 1996. Red Alert 2 came out on 2000. Okay. October 23rd. So almost immediately before 9/11, which is kind of wild because it does show the new Statue of Liberty getting destroyed.
Less than a year away, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I might have had this. If it had anything to do with a Middle East mission and you sent in tanks or something.
So you're thinking of Command & Conquer Generals, which
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of because that was a three-way. It was a three-faction fight between Generals was a three-faction fight between China, USA, and the Global Liberation Army, which was just this super generalized, super fucking offensive, I don't know, just pan-terrorist movement. It was they were the terrorists, but they were the terrorists from Captain Planet. They just loved terror. They just were all Middle Eastern, and they all just loved just terror.
Right.
That's what they did. So that game, that's actually one of my favorite games still to play to this day.
Really?
It's kind of controversial, but I like that game in terms of its gameplay better than almost all the other the other Command & Conquers, just because I think it was just a more polished game. I don't know, but the Command & Conquer series is still a series. I mean, it's been pretty gutted.
Still going, huh?
So
gutted for politically correct reasons, or
no, gutted because that's EA. That's what happened.
The company that kills everything or destroys everything.
Yeah, so this is another one of those stories. Okay, so basically there was, in the mid-90s, there's a company called Westwood Studios that put out what was really a groundbreaking game, Command & Conquer, and I think it was 1995. And one of the things about this was, it had full CGI cutscenes at a time when Toy Story came out 1994, and that was
same year,
right? And that was mind blowing, right?
Right, because nobody's really ever seen CGI before.
Yep,
it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing. It was not a thing, and so to have it was to be something special. And Command and Conquer was kind of special because there was fully CGI rendered.
It's pretty good for 95.
Tanks, and yeah, and it had full motion video. It had a story. It had actors in it, and it had, this new kind of, I don't know if it was exactly new, but this was certainly the game that popularized the real-time strategy genre.
Command and Conquer did, not Red Alert 1? Is that what you're talking about?
Command and Conquer, okay. Yes. And so Command and Conquer Red Alert 1 is a spin-off, is the second game in the Command and Conquer series.
So they're connected.
Yes. So Command and Conquer, I'll just give a brief overview of the Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer is sort of like, it's all very 90s, right? So it's like the UN / the United States, whatever, the GDI is one side, the Global Defense Initiative. And the other side is the Brotherhood of Nod, which is sort of like a quasi-religious, quasi-cultish terrorist, but also nationalist movement in Africa. The politics of it are really weird, but they're both reacting. They're these two factions. They're both reacting to this thing called Tiberium that is like a super mineral that that's just been discovered. Right, exactly, unobtainium. And so the idea is that you build your base, you harvest this Tiberium, and then you use it to build, your super units, and you fund your economy that allows you to buy stuff. That right there is the same sort of thing with all the Command and Conquer series, is that you have some sort of resource, you like I said earlier, you grab it, you build your base, and you attack your enemy. Red Alert has ore, which is kind of weird. Like the graphics are not, the graphics are mid-90s, so it's just like you have these ore trucks mining what look like bejeweled, they either look like wheat or like bejeweled tiles, and your ore trucks mine them, and then that's how you get your money. But the Command and Conquer the Command and Conquer Red Alert series is a spin-off set in its own universe, and you'll see it in this first clip. I'll just go into it because it explains itself. It sets up the premise, the entire premise of all of the crazy story you're about to hear. Okay, and the thing about Red Alert 1 you've got to realize is that tonally, this is a much more serious game than than the other two. Like, there is going to be a very sharp decline in seriousness, finally bottoming out at the ridiculousness of Red Alert 3. But just watch the origins of this and just appreciate, this is the story they're setting up.
Okay.
This right here is going to be the intro and the beginning of the Soviet campaign. So we're killing two birds with one stone. You'll want to watch this link until 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
Stand by.
Herr Hitler!
Ja, was ist los? Ich habe keine Zeit, hier rumzustehen.
Ja, ich verstehe.
Did you find him?
Hitler is out of the way.
Congratulations, sir. With Hitler removed,
Time will tell.
Commander.
The last transmission?
Oh, 900 hours. Since then, nothing.
Perhaps Einstein escaped?
Too much to hope for, General. He would have contacted us by now. This is classified.
I know.
I sent for her.
General von Essling, she's a civilian.
So I don't get killed.
Commander, this is Tanya Adams, a professional volunteer. She will work with you on this mission. Somewhere inside this research center, the Soviets hold Albert Einstein. We need him back, immediately. Get Tanya inside, so she can get Einstein out. Once you have located him, bring him back to your drop-off point for immediate evacuation. Be careful. The base is heavily fortified, but not invincible.
Their weakness is power. Black out the base and nothing will stop you. Good luck.
Okay, so I accidentally sent you the Allied introduction plus thing. But anyway, so what are your thoughts?
All right. Well, it's an interesting premise. I think I think I see where they're going here. I was a little confused at first because I didn't really know what was going on. So my first thought was when they went back in time or whatever it was, I thought Hitler went back in time because you never see the dude's face, and then all of a sudden you see Hitler. And I thought Hitler went back in time, kind of like how we thought Man in the High Castle. Germany actually lost the war in our timeline, so let's go back and fix it. It would be like a reversal of that. Hitler was like, I don't like the world of the future. Let me go back and make my own
and fix
way.
it. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But it's yeah.
But then I realized when the dude returned that wasn't Hitler, and he went back to kill Hitler or stop Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
But then they said only time will tell if we fixed it, but Hitler's dead, so he jumped forward in time. What's happening? Because how does his assistant know, about Hitler?
Oh boy. If you were expecting and so I want you need to turn that little part of your brain off. You're expecting any of this time travel stuff to make sense, like how I go back and I change the future, but I remember the original past.
Right.
Right.
So okay, I can discount all that stuff. That's fine.
Right.
My next thought was in the next cutscene they cut to quote unquote present day, and I wasn't sure if that meant like today or 1940 something today. And at first I thought it was present day because you had like the modern babe walk in who wouldn't dress like that in the 40s and all this other stuff that looked modern. But then all of a sudden they're talking about Albert Einstein. So now it's like, wait, did somebody go back in time again and bring Einstein to the future? So or is this really all in 1945?
This is all in 1945, despite the fact that they've got like screens. Like I've got it paused on like an image.
Right.
And it's like
That's why I was
I've got like a
confused.
computer screen up there, and like they've quite clearly got like computers and blinking lights.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe getting rid of the Nazis makes everybody like jump 20 years into the future, a minimum into the future.
We advanced our technology.
Yeah,
like how the Russians did in Man in the High Castle with their rockets and stuff.
So yeah, like the premise to set up right is like a total comic book, alternate universe. Einstein goes back to kill Hitler using a time machine.
That was Einstein?
That was Einstein.
Oh, I did not catch that at all.
All right, so Einstein. So that's the thing. Einstein is like a major player in like the story. Like Einstein is constantly inventing like new time travel stuff to just fuck with time, and that's and there are so many missions about rescuing Einstein or like making sure that Einstein's like latest like thing he doesn't get destroyed, or something.
This would make for an excellent Netflix series.
I know. So it already has as a Man in the High Castle like potential.
Mixed in with some what's that show you like from Australia?
Oh, Danger
Go back
5.
and kill Hitler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go back and kill Hitler. Let's kill Hitler. I won't really bore you with too much of the Allied story. Basically, it's just these two dudes. It's this German guy, because the Germans are on our side now, because we killed Hitler, right? Mm. So Germany would automatically be on our side. And this Greek dude. And they basically just tell you, like, how well you're doing. Honestly, the Allied campaign is, like, acting-wise, subpar. What really shines is our boy Uncle Joe. Our boy Uncle Joe in in the Soviet campaign. And so the story is that, of course, because Hitler died, the Soviets invade Europe instead of Hitler, right? Like, that's the main geopolitical plot, despite the fact that, like, that's just a very American understanding of World War II. Like, there was Hitler, and then there was Hitler 2, the Eastern Hitler, you know, like, and if we killed Hitler 1, then Hitler 2 was going to invade Europe, and no, but basically the story is the Soviets, you know, now that Hitler's out of the way, now the Nazis are out of the way, the Soviets are gonna make their presence known.
I see.
So yes,
that makes more sense, because I didn't get any of that from the clip.
Yeah, which is why I want to open up the Soviets, because I feel like their clip kind of opens better in explaining what's going on. This is their intro.
Radenko, how long did it?
Is it safe to speak?
Of course. Go on.
The kill time depends upon the weight of the subject. The children were terminated in less than 15 seconds, and the adults took longer, 18 to 42 seconds.
No survivors.
None, Comrade Stalin.
The total dead?
Approximately 840.
My intelligence said there were 877 people in the village. How do you account for this discrepancy?
Inaccurate intelligence?
Enough. Begin full production of the gas.
Already underway, Comrade Stalin.
Meet our newest officer. According to this profile, you should prove useful.
I would like to see that profile.
Give the lieutenant something important to do. That is all, Gradenko.
Forgive me, Comrade Stalin, but there is something else. Outside Torun, we have met with guerrilla resistance. They have blocked the roads into town here and here.
They are enemies of the people. Destroy the town and kill everyone in it. Come, my dear. I have an assignment which requires your special skills.
Let's see how you handle this. Go at once to Torun. Destroy everything and everyone. No prisoners, no survivors.
That's Uncle Joe.
Well, that's why I was like, he's like your quiet uncle who's just kind of there, and he doesn't really do anything. He doesn't have that commanding presence that I would expect.
No, he just looks so he's so petty.
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of like gas those villagers. Yeah, I don't. So in terms of interpersonal drama, or in terms of the cutscenes or whatever, like the Soviets like have more shit going on. The Allies are just like those two dudes, basically every mission telling you how great you did and how hard the next mission's going to be, and like that's kind of it for the entire game on the Allied side. On the Soviet side, like you saw like the two lieutenants like snipping at each other, like that goes on, like Stalin is banging the
special skills.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. So, Stalin is just like a lazy corrupt mob boss who gets drunk and like yells at people. And yeah, just a lot more dynamic going on.
Right. So who am I in all this? Am I supposed to be the same person, or am I two different people?
So the way it works is you can play two different campaigns. Okay, you can either play the Allied campaign or the Soviet campaign. If you play either one and you beat it, the Allies or the Soviets, whatever you play as, win the story. So you're like a military commander.
I see, but you're not bouncing back and forth between the Allies and the Soviet Union. You're one or the other throughout.
You're one or the other throughout. You play a Soviet campaign, you play the Allied campaign. And so the Allied campaign ending is Let me just say, like, this is just going to be a very boring clip. Because it's just not...
I don't get to see Stalin with his special skills.
You don't get to see Stalin his special skills. Well, if you want, I do have a clip. I do have a clip of Stalin's special skills. If you wanted to watch that, like, here we go. This is the special skills.
I promised you Berlin, Joseph. Did you doubt me?
If I did, I would kill you.
How better to show you my love than to give you a city for your birthday?
I could think of a few possibilities. Yeah. What?
Do you like how everything in this room is green screen?
It looks like The Sims.
Some things you are not cleared to see.
Anyway, so that's special skills.
Well, it's good to be Stalin, I guess.
It's good to be Stalin.
In the Sims bedroom.
Yeah. Sims bedroom. Oh, it's so good.
Where'd they get that March footage? Is that real?
So that's the thing, is they actually did get like all of, like, there's footage, because I watched it all again, when they finally invade. Oh yeah, you're going to see it. When they finally invade London, there's like London Socialist Party footage that they found of like guys like with red banners like marking down the streets of, like, you know, London. It was like pictures of Lenin, like from like the 60s. So like, I mean, there's, the first thing is like kind of amazing that like they were really, you could tell like Red Alert 1 is a passion project, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like an alternate history, you know, like they really want to set this up, and they want to set it up right. Because, yeah, like they're digging through archival footage in order to get their cutscenes. Whatever works.
Well, I was wondering, like, what are the actors thinking when they see this script?
I know!
Like, they were hired to do this, obviously. They're real people. But, like, when they're doing this, I gotta think all the scenery and all the backgrounds and everything else is, like, way post. So, like, what do they think when they're reading this or doing this? And, like, they don't even know what's going on.
Still better than Star Wars prequels, I'll tell you that. I mean...
Same concept, I guess. But
yeah,
but this is like even crazier, right? Because it's like
it is.
I'm talking to Stalin here, and then we're talking to Einstein, and
and the actors, like, you can really see the actors like giving it their all.
They're trying.
Like, they are
trying with what they can do.
They are trying. They're like, and I, you know, like, that's honestly like why I kind of like the Soviet campaign of Red Alert 1 the best, because like. The Allies, and even the Allied ending is dog shit. You're going to hate it. I'm going to make you watch it anyway, but it's just awful. And the Allies are just like these two dudes just like patting each other on the back, just saying, hey, isn't it, you're great. No, you're great. No, you're great. And they're just like doing the most unconvincing German and Greek accents, or I don't know, maybe they're real, but... They don't do anything. They just stand there or sit there and they talk to you. These guys are like, you know, like they have to act out like the Stalin sex scene.
Right. Wait. You know what market is this for? Was this for kids?
This is like for like teenagers who do not have. Yeah, definitely teenagers who do not have girlfriends. This is for 12-year-old boys. This is made of it. I mean, it's the 12-year-old boy setup. What if Einstein went back in time and killed Hitler? Right? Like that's like you know, when you first at 12 decide I'm gonna write a novel. You know. So this is the. What do you want to watch first? The Allied ending or the Soviet ending?
Keep it going with the Soviet. Might as well
keep
close
going
that loop, right?
Close that loop. All right, okay. And you're going to have no clue who this guy is at the end. But, like, rest assured, if you were Command and Conquer head, this would be, like, This would be like an earth-shattering like revelation if you were playing this in 1996 and you were real deep into CNC.
Amazing, these English, how quickly they adapt. They must truly have been crying out for our victory. They have abandoned their old rulers faster than rats leading a sinking ship. We have done what no one else has dared. The Soviet Union stretches across the entire continent. We have liberated Europe at last. It's time to celebrate. See? Well, why not? When in Rome? Excellent. General, you have covered yourself in great honor. I will see to it personally that you are very well taken care of. Nadia, this tea is truly excellent.
Thank you. I prepared it myself.
Poison! You bitch!
You bastard pig! You will never touch me with your filthy hands again!
And now they're all deaf. And everybody's wondering why 5 shots
Right.
just came from
All the other security detail outside.
Well, General, this temporary chaos in Europe will only help to fuel the Brotherhood's cause. For centuries we have waited to emerge from the shadows, and now we will make ourselves known. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and took up residence in the land of Nod. You have done well to serve us, and for that, you should be rewarded. We estimate that the Brotherhood will tire of the USSR in the early 1990s. Until then, you will keep the peace. Fight our battles where you must, and you'll remain our loyal and obedient servant. For the foreseeable future.
The foreseeable future. Comrade Chairman, I am the future.
Oh, Brotherhood. Centuries. What is she talking about?
Assassin's Creed. She's an assassin.
Went out from the presence of the Lord.
She is. And Joseph Stalin was a Templar.
Right. That all makes sense. Wait, what'd you say about the 90s?
We will remain hidden until the early 1990s. Until 1995. Obviously, you have no idea who that last dude was.
Boris? Yeah, I have no idea.
So that guy is the leader of the Brotherhood of Nod in the GDI.
The next one.
Or in the first
Oh.
Command and Conquer. So this is the second Command and Conquer game ever released. So the first one had his name is Cain as the bad guy, and the thing about that was set in the modern world. So there's this weirdness already going on where Cain, who, is the same age in 1995 as he was in 1946.
I mean, I've already seen time travel, so...
Right, and also he's, in charge, or he shows up in a cutscene early on in one of the earlier cutscenes. And if you were playing, you'd be like, "Wait, hang on, is that the same actor as Cain?" and so you might think, oh well, maybe they reused the same actor, but no, that's actually Cain. So there's going to be this whole tie-in between these two universes, right? Where this was actually the Red Alert universe. The reason why in 1995, it's not really GDI versus Nod is. Actually, the GDI versus Nod conflict is set in this second universe, that this is the Red Alert universe where the Soviets won, right? Whatever, but it was completely abandoned. Like this was the first and last attempt to ever tie those two franchises together. Basically, at this point from now on, there are two separate like Command and Conquer franchises. There's the regular one, there's the main one, or GDI Nod and Tiberium, and then there's the other one with the Allies and Soviets, and that's the Red Alert. So that's that. That's the end of Stalin. Death of Stalin.
He went out with a bang.
He went out with a real bang. So the Allied ending is, which I've already warned you, is dog shit.
Over here! I found someone! Jeez Louise! It's Stalin!
Figures that bastard would survive.
Well, orders are orders. Come on. Help me get him out of here.
Come on. Private. What do you think you're doing?
Sir, it's Stalin. He's still alive.
Private, I don't care.
Right here, sir. It's
I don't believe you heard me, Private. I don't see anyone here. Do you?
No, sir. I don't see anyone. Must have been the wind I heard.
That's what I thought. Now move out.
Okay.
So yeah, the Allied campaign just doesn't have much going for it.
Apparently
like
not.
cutscene wise. It's just, well,
they kind of phoned it in.
Put a big rock over Stalin's head. Let's call it a day.
Right.
Allies won. Like, I guess there's some setup about how like this is all like really personal for this guy or whatever. But like seriously, it's just you found Stalin dead and then you put a big rock on his head. The end. So that's Red Alert 1.
What was with the little dance or the little jig at the end?
I don't know. He was happy.
Then why he killed him anyway? Why did he? Or were the Americans supposed to like turn him in or something to that?
I don't know. They were probably gonna like, I don't know, whatever.
This has been a presentation of Honey Sound Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Bilko Media Network.